Good. 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 Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me. Hey guys, if you can hear me, hit the A button. Just hit A and make that comment if you can hear me, because that means that this is a new microphone that like, so I can stand like anywhere and it'll just hear me from here. Oh, thanks. Okay, thanks, Stuart or Starwood and Rob. All right, cool, guys. Or try something for a second. So this is this thing that guy does. So what you're gonna do is set up put a ball there, right? So you're just gonna do two things. This is this thing that Marcus Bell does that I thought was really cool. So set up to it like you're gonna hit it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this somewhere, and you got to touch the sweet spot of your club to the butt of this. So go ahead. So no, touch the sweet spot to it. Yeah. Yeah, you like manipulate yourself however where you have to get to touch it. Good, good, good. But stay there, and then freeze on it. Yeah, right. So now from here, you have to go straight to the top and hit the ball. Okay. So that's the challenge. We're gonna go all over the place, and this is gonna start to really like unlock your natural sense of where your swing should be. So go ahead. So back and hit it. Nice. Well, that was really good. All right, let's do another one.
Where am I still looking at the ball?
Yeah, you can look at the ball. You can get set up to it. Okay, so here. Go ahead. Back. Okay. Let's try that one again. So it's up to you to get kind of athletic to figure out how you're gonna touch that. Back. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now.
Think about that for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know if I wanted to go inside.
Right.
Up and.
Okay, so this will be tough. So you're gonna start all the way up here. So you're touching this right there, up, and hit it. Nice. Okay, and if you start doing this too well, then I'm gonna tell a shape for you to hit too. Okay, so let's see if you can get one more. We're gonna go way out here. Okay. Up, hit it. That's all right. Try that again. So he might do that for somebody that like isn't getting very deep in the backswing. He might do this because then they got to start feeling this. So but he would never tell you, all right, you got to get deeper in your backswing.
Oh,
yeah.
You're saying because the club's up here, it's easier to do that.
Yeah, like I start like this, right?
Yeah.
So he has me put it up here a lot, but he never told me like, hey, you're doing this.
Yeah.
You know, he said, okay, just start one from here and hit a cut or whatever. So let's try that again. So let's try one way over here. Okay, hit it. Nice. All right, let's do one more. This is gonna be a tough one, I think. All right, so up here. Right on there. All right, now hit it low. Oh, really nice. Okay, hit it low, but hit a cut now this time. I'm gonna kind of crowd you. So you're gonna have to kind of cock it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of crowd you. You ready? All right, hit a low cut. Go ahead. Nice, really nice. So like after like doing all these things, like my experience with this, I don't know how you feel, but I start to feel like a little bit more athletic, you know.
Yeah.
It's like
you're actually like hitting something.
Right. Yeah, making like instead of making a motion. Yeah. So all right, let's try this one.
I had a guy I remember like years ago. I don't think he really understood what he was doing, but I think he was getting to this point.
It was like that.
He said he wasn't a teacher or anything, but he was like just experimenting. He goes, "All right, man, do everything normal." Now he goes, "Just look over here."
Yeah.
Like,
but still hit it.
The ball. Yeah,
well, that's the big thing that this. So set up to this one. That's the big thing that Robin Matthew Williams guy does. So now, set up to it, and then look out on the horizon, and then hit the ball. Okay. Try one more time.
Yeah. That is trippy.
I can't do it. There's some people who can, and some people will have to keep their head down, but just shut their eyes. But
Yeah.
I mean, he hits the ball better this way.
I can
Yeah.
shut my eyes down, but
Yeah.
I like this way.
Yeah, just look at the horizon and kind of find it. That's interesting.
Weird though, you like.
Because it's the exact same shot 2 times in a row.
But like, I can feel like from looking there, it's like I'm more aware here.
Well, my level goes up and down, but when I look out this way, it's rock solid. It's steady. That's how your brain kind of works. You know, like I can see things are getting up and down. Like here, like that's fine. All right, now just hit a golf course shot here, par 3 shot. Yeah, that's good.
The shoulder down thing I was telling you about?
Yeah.
Like under the bench or whatever?
Uh-huh.
That one was like I would focus just from here. Like if there was like a table here. As long as I would keep that like under and like I could keep control of the
Yeah.
through transition, because otherwise if I let I'd hit the table with my shoulder, I could really feel it, and then the path would get thrown way out and it would be off the toe, big swinging hook.
Here, put this on because I want to try something with that, because this is you just put that in your pocket and then put this up your jacket. Okay. Because, all right, so this is this different way of playing that I was reading about, that I've been doing it with my flipping thing, but I think we can do it with what you're saying there. So, all right, got it.
All right.
Cool. So, face that way and tell me what you want to do, the thing you want to do.
In terms
of like, I want to do this. What I want to do. Do like a face. Yeah, that way.
I want, in transition, I want the shoulder to stay down, and as long as it stays down here, it will keep clearing, and then I can get that, keep the squirrel, keep the boat turning. Because that's the boat turn. Yeah, so if this is the boat straightening out, this is the boat
like just taking the corner.
Yeah. It's if I stay like that, that's the boat. Yeah, turning. Otherwise, it goes straight.
What do you want the club to do? How would you put that in terms of what the club to do? Would do?
Well, what I feel it does, I don't know what it does, but here, like this space stays structured, but I feel like it just doesn't. I honestly feel like it doesn't go anywhere here. It feels very.
You said like it kind of stays up a little bit, right?
Yeah, like if there was a slot here, like all things equal, if there was a slot here for it to go, I feel like the downswing would start, but the club would just stay up here a fraction of a second. Yeah. But I can't do that.
So, you know what you want to, so just hit a ball, like not really thinking about that just a little bit in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Then we'll just try something. Good shot. Really good shot. Okay, so we're gonna take 3 balls here, okay? And I want you to show me in slow motion, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hit these 3 balls the exact wrong way. So you're gonna hit. You're gonna basically go up to these balls and go like that, okay? And you need to teach your brain that that is the wrong way to do it. So if you top these or duff them or whatever, that's good, because your brain is like, somebody explained it to me, like if there's like 1,000 black dots on the wall and 1 red dot, your brain can pick out that red dot really easy. But if there's 1,000 black dots on the wall and 1 like off gray kind of dot, that might be a lot harder to spot. And they said usually when somebody comes out and practices and all they're trying to do is the right thing all the time, your brain never finds out, well, what's the difference of the wrong thing. Well,
So
let's see if it works.
So it's okay to actually do it wrong for
You want
reference.
for these actually, yeah. So and then we'll do it. They do this thing called sandwich training where you hit a shot, right, and then you hit a wrong shot on purpose. Like let's say if you're over the top.
Yeah.
So you hit a shot, whatever, and then you go like the extreme over the top, and then the only thing you have to tell your brain is say, okay, do the opposite of that, and your brain can tell the opposites way better than it can tell like the minor degrees.
To the
See, the thinking usually is like when we saw Tiger and other people, like when Tiger was trying to get less stuck, we saw him like really coming like over and this way.
Yeah.
So that was my thinking for a long time. Like, okay, you just need to like super exaggerate it. Like let's say you want to get 2 degrees more outside in, you need to feel like 25 degrees outside in. And that works for a little bit, but this is saying no. What you actually do if you want to get outside in, you need to swing, do your practice swings like this way, and then say, okay, I want to do the opposite of that.
Wouldn't not the latter, but what you mentioned first, wouldn't that lead to constantly jumping back and forth between exaggerations? If like let's say over a period of 3 years, and that's your philosophy on how you practice,
you're exaggerating the bad thing.
Oh no, like what you're saying, when Tiger's trying to get unstuck, overdoing the good thing. I feel like there's a lot of teachers that teach like that, but I feel like they can. You don't necessarily improve over years. You just go back and forth between exaggerating one way to exaggerating the other.
Right. Your fields change every day because a lot of times, like it's like, okay, let's say like when I was like trying to get away from being so like lungy with the lower body, so that I was doing like feet together and flamingo drill so much, right? And I was hitting it really great. And after a while, you lose the magic, you know? So you really start like, okay, well, flamingo drill was working well. Let me do absolutely zero with my lower body now. And so you start going to the extreme of, it's like the extreme of what you're trying to do, of the good thing. And now it's just to taste a little bit of that first magic you had with it. So, but this is the other way.
So you were more caught up in flamingo drill as opposed to like
I was caught up in the feeling that flamingo drill had first given me. So I was like, so I was like this and this, right? Like disconnected 2 pieces. And then when I did flamingo drill, I felt sync like this, you know? So then after I got pretty good at flamingo drill, I couldn't get that feeling of sync. So then I started going like this.
Yeah.
And I was like topping it and stuff. And so so flamingo drill was good, but it's, you got to know at some point where you need to start blending other things. That's why I think like really, that's why I feel like, all right, what's the club doing? What's the ball doing? Like really focusing on that stuff. Yeah. And then letting your brain organize. Okay, the solution for that, like, okay, so hit these 3. So show me a swing that's like a bad swing. Like in semi-slow motion, just like, okay, this is what I don't want to do. Good. All right, now hit this one at speed. Wrong.
Okay.
Okay. So this is like would make you throw up if you saw a playback of it. And I'm gonna be watching that shoulder. Yeah, and that was clanky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do it again. Even worse.
My crappy swing that pisses me off is literally, I'll do it right now.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's to an extreme, but what
Just the face is so open.
what that is from what I think it is, because that's like a tournament pressure shot.
Right.
Not that, but the feeling is I don't turn the shoulders. Everything's tense, so it's real easy just to lift the club up.
Okay.
And now you gotta somehow instinctively
Make some speed.
make some speed. So
From no turn, you mean?
yeah.
Oh.
So that's otherwise, if I would get it here, and I know my target's over there, it's almost impossible to.
All right, so we're gonna do the opposites now. So hit that bad shot, then right after that, and if you get a feeling in your body of what that bad shot is, hit that bad shot, and then all I'm gonna tell you to do is now do the opposite of that.
Okay.
Like, kind of results don't really even matter. So here's the bad one. Good. I could hear it. Okay, now do the opposite of that.
Okay.
Okay. Going way the other way. Oh, that's really good. Because the one thing somebody was saying, like, to this guy that had a snap hook, he was like, if you want to cure your snap hook, you got to be able to, the first thing you got to be able to do is be able to say, like, hit it on command. Like, hey, show me your snap hook. Because usually, like, the person that is just about to fix the problem is like, if it's like a slicer, they're like, okay, show me a slice, and the guy's like, oh, I can do that shot, and then they hit it, you know, and it's like, okay, well then now you know you're pretty close. The guys that are really in trouble is the guys that always come to lessons, and then like they start piping it on the lesson tee, and they're like, he's not like this. It's like, you know, a lot of times you come to a range lesson when it's like,
Oh yeah.
you're fine, you're not hitting the bad shot. All right, so now we'll do like some sandwich training here. So now we'll hit up. Hit that one that you hit like way right.
Okay.
Bad. Okay, and really put your awareness in your shoulder. Oh yeah, exactly. All right, now hit this one. Just set up here, and I'm just gonna give you some. So set up here, and I want you to hit a low push draw.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm just gonna do this because this puts the kind of the brain awareness in your shoulder there, and just kind of waking it up.
Ooh, almost.
Almost. Okay. I want to make it like a 10-yard push draw. Like a 3-yard one. That's good though.
It's a really hard one for me to do because like when I think draw,
Yeah.
it's a push draw is the hardest one because instinctively my hands go back. But if I were to do the same thing, but you would just say fade, I could probably do it all day.
Okay. So
But
let's do
the draw is the hard one to do like the right way.
So this time, imagine there's a little wall here, right? And when you hit this shot, which is going to be the bad shot, you're not really going to really put your shoulder into it at all. Like if it was like like your SWAT and you're going through somebody's door, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, you're not like, it's going to be like nothing on
Just
there.
like the club.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so hit that shot, and then I want you to hit. And then right after that, just do the opposite of that. Where but this time I'm gonna put some force into it, and pick a side, either side of that yellow stick, and yeah, exactly. I could see it because you had none of this. It was like you were hearing them straight. Right. So now get your feeling here in your mind. So here, go to the top. And that's when you feel like you're gonna bump into that.
It's most dialed in for me throughout the years is when everything feels like it's one motion. Like it's
I mean, like not
very
backswing, downswing.
yeah, but I've only ever like really felt that way when I've been playing really well, or like you're kind of in the zone. But I've never been able to consciously
Yeah,
get
like,
myself there.
into
But like practice, like I know the feeling of the shot and the rhythm and stuff, but like consciously it's very hard to do. But it's literally like for me, when it's going well, all it is this. You just have to get it started.
So you know, like once you're here, you know it's gonna be a good shot.
Yeah. But then like if I break it into backswing, downswing, then backswing, downswing, if I have too much, I get too much of a pause here, and then you know, I'm kind of talking in my own language here, but you know what I mean? And that's like where I think I get the swimming thing is if there's too much of a pause.
Definitely like Tony says to me is like the first like 2 inches or actually like the first 6 inches of your downswing determines the quality of the shot.
Yeah.
Like almost definitely. So the best thing to organize like how fast or how slow the downswing is, I don't have anything with me now, but is to like basically like take away your balance. It, you know, because like if your eyes are closed or like if you're like in a fairway bunker or something like that, or your balance is like compromised, then it's going to be in rhythm pretty good. When your feet are down and everything's perfect, like you can swing with any kind of tempo, you know, through here. But when you have to like have that full body balance so that you won't fall off. So this time, like just hit a shot, but without actually putting anything weird on the ground. Really keep in your mind think like, okay, I'm on like a really wobbly surface here, and I gotta really work hard to hit this in balance.
Well, that's interesting because I never.
It's for me, like I've been doing this recently. Is like if I have some kind of constraint, like some kind of weird lie or something like that, those are like all my best swings when I watch it in the video, like the vlogs and stuff. Like those are all the best technically looking swings. When everything's perfect and it's like off the tee, I'll like start trying stuff.
Yeah.
And it'll look a little weird. So the thing is, you got to trick yourself into thinking like, okay, this is a difficult challenge to hit the shot, and you got to figure out like how am I going to stay in balance when I'm doing it. Go ahead.
Well, the way I took that as hit it before you really get fully set up.
Yeah.
Because like I noticed when I was
Thanks, Derek.
When I was a kid, over a shot, I'd be over the ball, you know. No thought absolutely whatsoever of how long I'm taking or whatever. None of that.
Where was your mind?
It was, I don't know where it was. It was just like but it was like as soon as I got back to the ball, it was almost like it got to the point where when I was set up, I couldn't tell myself to take it back. Like my body would just do it.
Yeah, right.
Does that make sense? Like you're like, whoa, I just like I pulled the trigger there, but I didn't tell myself to.
Right.
That's how I used to do it.
Like Mo Norman, who like, you know, said a lot of different things, but one of the things that I think about a lot was when he talks about focused indifference. So he said like you have to be focused indifference. So it's like you're really like wrapped up and focused in the moment of hitting the shot, but you're totally like indifferent to what happens. And I think the way a lot of times when I'm playing bad, it's like the total opposite, where like I want like total control, but my focus is like way scattered. You know what I mean? So like one of the things that like I worked for the Dodgers, and Sandy Koufax came and talked to us, and he said that. Actually, no, he didn't. Oral Hershiser said that Sandy Koufax told him it's like his first year at the Dodgers. And what Sandy said was he didn't get really good at pitching the baseball until he learned how to throw it as hard as he possibly could with zero effort. Like, he felt in it, so he had to start feeling where, like, the ball was going as fast, but as soon as he started with that, like, you always hear about, like, trying, like, as soon as he started having, like, trying in his body, like, it would make it go slower.
It almost induces, like, tension in the muscles.
Yeah. So sometimes, like, I was been hitting shots, and it works out real well sometimes, and it might kind of force you into that zone a little bit. It's like, okay, I want the speed to be like 100%, but if there's an inner meter inside you that's effort, then that would be like 0.25 or 0.
Yeah.
So that would be like this. So like the tempo, it starts getting really good. So it's just no effort at all, but like a lot of speed. It's just gotta kind of happen. Try that.
Well, it's like that last one I hit. I never let the club stay static.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the whole time, I feel like
Yeah. Once you
everything was so like it. If I ever feel just like this, I'm no good. It's always like.
Oh, that was it. That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have to. If I just start taking it back before I can let my brain start thinking, then it does it. But if I wait that split second.
What's your like if you're like in a tournament this summer, like what's your pre-shot routine? Like, what are the things you almost either try to do or you just do before every shot? Do you have a conscious pre-shot routine or?
Well, I the first thing I do is I shoot the yardage, check the wind, check the pin.
Yeah.
In no particular order though.
Yeah.
It could be whatever one I feel is most important at that time. A lot of times though, I would take 2 practice swings sometimes, but I tried to get myself out of that.
Up at the ball?
No, I would always do everything behind the ball.
Yeah.
All my whole process, I can never be there on the side. I have to be behind it. You know, I try to visualize. I can't.
Yeah. You're not buying it.
I think if I visualize, I overcomplicate it. I'm a less is more guy. Although I like the information and stuff, but when I'm on the course, it should be like yes, no answers kind of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like what I remember Gary Wishon was talking about the coaching method. How I don't know who he was talking about. It might have been Harvey Penick or somebody, but he said he would teach lessons where he wouldn't say anything to the guy, just yes. No, yes. Yeah. So he would know when it was bad, and he would know when it was good. Whether he understood that the science of it.
That's interesting because, like, especially if you're disciplined about it as the teacher, and you leave it up to the student to figure out, okay, that was a no. You know, why was that a no? You know what I mean? And then you start to have to like hit more shots and start figuring out, okay, when is he saying yes and when is he saying no, and when, you know, because if it would be, as like a beginning teacher, you want to just like tell the guy exactly what to do, because that's like what they're coming there to pay for anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, okay, exactly, well, what should I do? It's like, well, if I tell you, or if one, it might not even be the right thing for you, and two, like it won't stick.
Yeah.
So this is what I've been doing, like, because I played this morning and I didn't play that good, and I was thinking, like, I haven't really had a pre-shot routine in a long time. Like, I used to a lot. So once everything's decided back here, this is this thing I invented like a long time ago. I'm gonna get back into it, I think. So I spell out the word trust every time I go to hit the ball. So I have my target here. And so then T is me getting on the target. It's not an acronym, but T is me getting on the target. And then R is me walking up here. Actually, R is the first practice swing, and it's about like 25%. U is the second practice swing, and most of these practice swings are looking at the target. And then I get to, and then I hold the S for a real long time in my mind, like S, which kind of relaxes me.
Okay.
And then T is the hit. So do it in motion here. It's T, R, U, S. Yeah, just like that.
See, I worked with a mental coach, and it's like, can you do that every time? Can you do that on 18 when it like means something?
I mean, I think so.
I don't know. And it's like, maybe. I don't know if I think
you can. Will it mean anything or will it help?
Well, but like, if let's say you did it and you failed, I don't think that means stop doing that because it didn't work under the highest pressure. You know what I mean?